The most popular driver in NASCAR is retiring at the end of the season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. made that announcement today. His friend Eddie Gossage, president of Texas Motor Speedway, is with us tonight. And Eddie, the concussion issues for Jr. Kept him out of a lot of races last year. With that in mind, were you surprised to hear this announcement today? Well,
initially, first thing this morning, sure, I was surprised. I got notified by some media folks. But when you think about it and listen to his explanation, it makes sense. He was in such bad shape after the concussion last year that he couldn't walk. He was really in bad shape, and through a lot of hard work was able to come back, and I think he wanted to prove to himself and everybody else that he could still do it. He finished fourth here at Texas a couple weeks ago, and so he's proved that he could do it, and so he says now is the time I need to move on before it's on his terms. It's not dictated to him. He's making the calls. So he's got a lot of races to go this season, including here in Texas in November, and maybe we'll have one more chance to give him the 6 shooters and cowboy hat and all that fun stuff.
I'm sure you'll have something fun in mind for him if other recent retirement guys are any indication. Junior's 42 years old, two-time Daytona winner, son of a legend, of course, and then Junior became the biggest star in his sport. Here's some of what Dale Earnhardt Jr. had to say today.
One thing that has made this career the incredible ride that it's been is Junior Nation. The fan support that I received straight out of the gate was in large part because of my famous last name. But throughout the ups and downs, it occurred to me that the fans that stuck it out and the new ones that joined us, they were there because of the person I was and not who they wanted me to be.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Junior's legacy at Texas Motor Speedway. The first of his 26 Cup wins came at TMS. What kind of guy has he been to get to know here through the years? Obviously in the shadow of his dad, and then emerged as such a popular driver in his own right.
Well, what's interesting is he's nothing at all like his dad. He's very much his own man, and I give him credit for that. For people to think that he could come into the sport where his father was so strong and dominant and popular, and that he could do similarly, is really asking too much of anybody. So his personality is very much unlike his dad. His driving style is completely unlike his dad, and he to me has had a Hall of Fame career just looking at the numbers. So I think he's acquitted himself very well. Nobody could be Dale Earnhardt Sr. No need to try. So just be Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I think he's done that very well.
You tweeted today, I think, something about thanking him for putting your kids through college, and you hope he'd hang around long enough to put your grandkids through. I think that's an allusion to how he lifted everybody else up in the sport, right?
Yeah, he made a lot of folks a good living in this sport by being so popular, me included. And, the joke is to put my grandkids through college. I don't know about that would be realistic, but a
man can hope, right?
He's been so important to our sport's success and health, and at the same time, it's a changing of the guard, not only himself, but Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart and so forth. And then we see young guys coming on that are really unbelievable. So Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott and William Byron and Eric Jones, and just on and on. There's about a dozen young guys I can name that are exceptionally talented. So we're in a really good place in our sport, and every sport goes through this cycle of the changing of the guard, and that's where we're at right now. And right now I'm going to focus on what we can do to pay proper tribute to Dale, both in fun and with respect. Because I got a lot of respect for him. I've known him since he was a kid, and so it'll be fun to have a good time with him in November.
You do have a high bar that you've set, right? There were is it Gordon who got
Gordon and
the horses, the ponies? All right.
And Tony Stewart and the giant bobblehead that's now in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. But no, I know exactly what I want to do. I just got to see if we can pull it off for Dale Jr. in November. And it's kind of funny in the press conference today. They asked him about finishing out the season, and he singled out one thing. He said, I only have to go to Texas once. Eddie's the only one that has me concerned. So I guess that's a compliment?
I would say it is. And I think you'll be up to the task, something tells me, when the Junior rolls through one more time at Texas Motor Speedway. Eddie Gossage, thanks so much. The Texas Motor Speedway president on the retirement announcement of Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm Mike Doocy, Fox 4 Sports.